Welcome back once again. As we earlier said, Egypt takes pride at its people, at all sectors of society, and on one of the most privileged, talented, gifted from God sections is the people with determination. People with determination are people with special talents. They have less abilities like any other human being. We are not born perfect, all of us, but some of them, they possess talents, they possess some genius points at some certain focus over sciences, over arts, over you name it, and they are with us. They share society with us. We all share one society, and we exchange the experiences, we exchange the needs for a better life and a better future. Those people are the people with special needs or people with determination, like I earlier said. And coming up is a report. Before we go to the report, let me welcome my dear prominent guest here live in the studio, Dr. Walaa Sherif, Professor of Political Marketing. Good morning,
Good morning, Dr. Dina.
We're going to go over to a report featuring the people with determination. We'll come back with Dr. Walaa, so stay with us. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has made empowering people of determination a cornerstone of Egypt's social agenda, stressing their right to full inclusion in education, employment, and public life. In 2021, el-Sisi launched Differently Abled Fund, now supported by billions of pounds to finance healthcare, training, and services for Egyptians with disabilities. He also outlined the 5-point strategy focusing on inclusive education, cultural and sports programs, and integrating special needs services into national projects with the Hayya Karima. Legal protections have been strengthened with a comprehensive database to identify needs, specialized centers across governors to deliver services. Annual celebrations highlighted the talents of people of determination, while Egypt had received international recognition, including a Special Olympics honor for el-Sisi's leadership. Under el-Sisi's vision, people of determination are not seen through their limitations, but through their abilities and contributions to the nation's future. Welcome back once again. Very delighted to be having with us live here in the studio Dr. Walaa el-Sherif, she's a professor of political marketing. Good morning, Dr. Walaa.
Good morning, Dr.
It's a great pleasure to have you here at the breakfast show. But speaking about the people with special talents, those are a real treasure for any society. And we have seen in the Olympics, the only people who have grabbed, honestly speaking, the only athletes who have grabbed the medals, the bronze and the gold and everything, are the people with determination. You see throughout history, the people who have achieved certain distinctive successes are people with special needs. Some people who were, great entrepreneurs worldwide, like Bill Gates, they had ADHD. That's not special needs, of course, but it's a little bit of a deficiency. While people who were, like they refer to as normal, never achieved anything. On the contrary, yes. Some of them, they commit crimes. Some of them are not perfectly, they don't mind to be perfect people. I mean, we should not be judging people according to how they were born, but according to how they function in society. Yes. So let us give a briefing on those very treasured people.
When you talk about the Olympics, you said they achieve.
Right.
We only see their achievement. But let me define what is meant by people with disability. We call it abbreviation BWDs. The disability may be in mobility, like quad or paraplegia, or losing one of limbs, leg or hand, okay, or loss of muscles, okay, and they cannot move, they are quad, okay, they cannot move. This is number one. So disability of movement in general. And I'll stress on this point later on because it's very important. And we are here to raise community awareness about people with disability. The government made a lot of conferences talking about PWDs, but we don't know how they live and what they are, how they achieve something, what behind the scene. Second, disability, being blind. Third, to be deaf. Something like more than he cannot learn easily. He cannot learn easily.
Learning difficult.
Yes, learning difficult. I forgot it. Yes, you have said it. Difficult in learning. Also, emotional disturbance like OCD, ADHD, depression, bipolar. All of that is disability, and we have to interact with them, with it as a citizens. They are citizens, and we are citizens, but we have to deal with them in a good way and understand how they can think or what the needs they need from the society. And there's something called dual disability, deaf and blind, or paraplegia and blind. They cannot serve their own self. So how can these people live, just have a suitable life? If I talk about mobility disability, those people, paraplegia or quad, there is a total loss in their muscles. They cannot control urine nor stool. They are permanent on urine catheter and diaper. They need a lot of nurses that are well trained to deal with them psychologically and medically. So those people with disabilities, we can divide them in two items: older age and generation Z. Sorry, the young generation. Why? There's a lot of accidents and car accidents, and when a boy make an accident, by the accident he lost one of his limbs, so he became on a wheelchair. He cannot move, he cannot serve himself, he cannot eat, he cannot go to the toilet even. So, and his own diaper and urine catheter. How he and his family will deal with this situation for the lifetime? You said at the beginning they are born like that. Autism are born, we know that they are autism. Down syndrome, we know from day one they are born that they are Down syndrome. But to lose one of the limbs or the muscle power or the mobility of the body, it's a shock to the person and to his family too. What we have to do, not only to offer them a wheelchair or making accessibility in each and everywhere, in all Egypt, ramps to move with the wheelchair anywhere, but how to take a medical consultation, because they not lose the muscles of the limbs only. They lose there are weakness only in the muscle of lungs, in the muscle of heart. Every tiny muscle in the body is affected, especially people that had a sudden shock in their spinal cord. When they had a shock in spinal cord, the recovery is not easy. Previously, since 10 years, we are not aware of that. Okay, once an old man or an old woman or a youth boy or girl, you had an accident, so you will be on a wheelchair, and we will get a nurse at home. But this is not right. The young boy has a future, has dreams, has to study, has life to live. How to adapt him and merge him in the community? Okay.
This is another task. But can I ask you a question? When we're classifying people with disabilities, I mean, if I call ADHD, dyslexia, some partial autism, I mean, there are different shades of autism, by the way. But I can see that people, 80%, 85% of the people were born sometimes ADHD, especially the males. We can see Bill Gates, we can see Whoopi Goldberg, we can see Will Smith, we can see some genius people and entrepreneurs. They were ADHD in school, and that did not stop them from achieving successes. We can see people with autistic people who can do the most complicated mathematical.
They are brilliant. They are very intelligent.
So, in that sense, we cannot classify them as disabilities. It is such some deficiency, like the bipolar, for example. Bipolar is way much more complicated than ADHD, and there are other, I mean, other deficiencies or other complexities in the human being. I mean, in the some. I mean, I'm trying to choose hardly my words in order not to be taken wrongly. I mean, can I compare those deficiencies with other deficiencies?
No.
The same thing?
No, no.
So how does it work?
Because what you have said, medically, they are treated by a therapist. They have to go to the therapist because there are some changes in the chemicals of the brain.
Exactly, that was I was asking.
Yes.
ADHD, there is chemicals that are changed?
Yes, chemicals. So they are on medications to maintain what happened in the brain, as people say that this is disability. But maybe he's intelligent, but they want him to be normal. So he must follow up with a therapy and take medications to reset the chemicals from the body.
But what about the learning cognition? I mean, people learn with different types. Sometimes people learn with hearing, or they achieve the information with hearing. Sometimes people learn with vision. Some people would learn from sounds or the lip sync. So I cannot judge someone if they're good or bad, or classify them according to their efficiency at one scale only.
Those people, I saw them and I teach them at my work at college. He cannot concentrate in the class with all students. He needs another assisting tools to use. Even if I made the special exam for him, maybe MCQ, multiple choice, he cannot write an essay, or I have to make for him an oral exam, because he cannot write or choose. Yes, it's a kind of disability. At the same time, they are very smart. Very smart in just a point, in just a certain point. But they are with us, and we merged them already in the community. But when we talk about the disability, they are born with it, by the way, whatever. It's emotional, as you said, autism or bipolar or whatever, and the changes in the chemicals of the brain, they are born with a percentage with it. But for example, me, for example, I'm just walking from here, I fall, so I had something in my back or my spinal cord, so I'm paraplegia. I cannot move later on for my lifetime, so I have to be on a wheelchair. How can I manage my life on a wheelchair? We saw the President Sisi في many conferences قادرون بثقة, that he encouraged people with disability to move and to join and to represent and to merge them in the community. At the end, they are citizens, they have rights. The government is making a lot for them. Even make a card for card, like a card where you show it up that this one.
Give them facilities.
Yes.
Yes, because they are the hope for a better future. They're still youth, and we count hope on them.
Yes, you know, 2018, by law number 10, by 2018, the president set a law for people with disability to offer them all those things later on. But, okay.
On that note, of course, Dr. Walaa Sherif, Professor of Political Marketing, would like to thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Your visit has been very precious, and also the information we shared. Thank you, and best of luck to you with all your endeavors. And we're going to go to a short break, and we'll come to our second segment, so stay with us.